Hello YouTube, it's Leslie from Leslie's Crafts and Gifts, and I thought I would just put on the camera while I'm doing these Christmas rosettes, and I just thought I'll have a bit of a mass make and have a chat. These rosettes are made out of my scraps, which I have been doing packaging, and I am getting ready for a doing a advent calendar for next year. I've got some products in already for it, and then over the next few months I've got some more lined up in my baskets to get ordered. So by hopefully by the end of March, I will have all the products in here, and then it's just doing the packaging for them, and then hopefully by August I will have them all done, finished and ready to sell. I've only got a limited number because obviously I don't know how these are going to go down. So I thought, as I'm waiting or trying to work out some packaging for some of them, I thought I would just do some little Christmas rosettes with some of the scrap papers and things like that. So, and I thought I would just turn on my camera and have a little chat. It's been a very long time, really. It's been, well, nearly over 6 months, and in that time a lot has happened, and a lot has changed yet again. So I'm not really going to be back fully on YouTube, I would say, until mid-January, and then I'm hoping to be back with doing lives and things like that. But in the meantime, once I find all the paperwork, I will be selling off the dies that I got earlier last year, and starting afresh, I think, with the things I want to do. I've come to the conclusion that I have to be me. I can't be anybody else. I can't be what people want me to be, and if they don't like it, then they know where the door is, or I can help them through it. And yeah, it's come a long time coming, but I think I know where I'm supposed to be in life. So yeah, so next year is definitely going to be for me rather than pleasing everybody else. So yeah, so I'm quite looking forward to that, in both personal work and in crafting. So yeah, I'm going to bring out my videos with how I want to do things, and everything else. Like I've said many times before, I couldn't think of an original idea if I tried. So there are one other YouTubers, but obviously everybody has their own spin on things. So it's doing what you love, and being creative with what die sets you buy, and what you what papers you buy and things like that. So that is one of the main things. I am literally just waiting for my glue gun to heat up, and then we can start putting these together. Yeah, it's taken me a few months to realise that I've been putting everybody else first, and I really should be putting myself first. And people are going to be watching this and who know me personally and go, no, you haven't. You've been putting yourself first and everything else. Well, you know, I haven't. Yeah. So, but no. So it is absolutely freezing in the UK at the moment. I know as the UK, we complain about the weather a lot, but we're not really made up for any Pacific weather at the moment. I don't think most of the UK has reached above freezing for the past week. It's like -6. Well, it was -6 this morning. So yeah, so obviously the heating is on when I can get it on. Both my boys don't like it too hot, so they prefer the weather like this, while I quite like it warm. So we've got all of these done. I've done some off camera beforehand. I'm just going to get my silicone mat, get my glue gun, and I've got more glue sticks in here, which I will just grab. So yeah, so I say it's on. Did I actually switch it? No, I didn't switch it on. Just bear with me. There you go. Skill girl Ella. So while that's heating back up again, properly this time, we'll carry on and do some more. Yeah. So next week with work it's going to be manic. So yeah, so that's all going to be fun and games, and obviously that week I've upped my hours because personally I know that I won't get everything done in my regular work hours, so I've upped them to make sure that my aisle is as done as far as I can get it done in the morning. And it doesn't help when we open like an hour earlier. It just means that we've got one less hour to have cages on the shop floor. Yeah, and I've even volunteered to work Christmas Eve. Don't normally do it unless it falls on my day. And literally just helping out the girl that's on there, because it's absolutely, because it falls on a Saturday as well, it's just going to be mayhem. But we're open, we're closed Christmas Day and then we're open again on Boxing Day, so it's not like last year where everything had to be done over 2 days. It's only 1 day we're closed. So when I go in on Boxing Day, it's just basically mopping everything up, making sure that it's ready to go for 1 day open and everything else. I don't think it'll be massively busy on Boxing Day. I can't see myself, because a lot of shops are still shut. But I know like places like Proper Job and down here is all closed. And I hear some of the other big companies are shut as well. So yeah. So just have to see how that goes. I've also got my daughter coming over Christmas Eve. So yeah. So that'll be quite nice to see her. And yeah. So all good fun. And then we've got their aunt and uncle coming day after my youngest's birthday, so that'll be quite nice. And then yeah, so lots of things happening over the next couple of weeks. And then I've got to try and work out time off as well. So I've got time off owing before I lose it in March. So yeah. So this might be a bit of a boring video, but I just thought while I was doing these I might as well come on and say hi and everything else. And just, you know, see how everybody's doing. I've been watching quite a few people, but I really haven't been commenting or anything like that. Not because I don't want to, it's just I tend to watch late at night, so they all just roll into one continuous loop. So yeah. Which is good in a way and not good in others. I've found a few new YouTubers I watch. I can't really tell you the names, sorry. But yeah, so, but like I say, I need to do my thing rather than try and compete with what everybody else is doing. And I think it's taken me a bit to get that through my head. But yeah, so it's going there. Obviously I won't be decorating all of these up with you on camera, but I will be doing a few and then I will be finishing them off and then post them up on my Facebook page and in my group, and if I can get an Instagram account working, onto Instagram as well. So yeah, and I know before anybody jumps on here, I know I owe people swaps and that's all going out. It's just, like I say, really hasn't been a good 6 months with one thing or another. Things haven't panned out the way I wanted them to for one reason or another, and yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Right, hopefully this now works. Yay. So I've scored these at 1/4 of an inch all the way over, and then it should all just fit in quite nicely. And then before I push them up, I'm going to grab my little stars, and I haven't taken the insides out of these, but yeah, so that's how we're going to be. That's as far as I'm going to decorate them. I might do a couple a little bit further on, just to show you, especially if you're new. These rosettes can be a little bit challenging, but once you get the hang of it, they are quite therapeutic to do. Yeah. And these are done at 1-inch strips and at 1.5-inch strips, so that they will come out as, see, that's not working now. Worked on the big one, but didn't work on the small one. So I might have to rethink which ones I do. It's going to be too big. I'll have to have Santa in the middle. It's fine. There we go. That one stop. Might be able to get rid of, might be able to go away with the bigger ones with that one, but obviously the smaller ones will have to have the smaller Santas, which are in here. So that is the back one there. So yeah, so like I say, these are good for toppers, they're good for start up a wand, they're good for putting seals on things, anything. These are always a good staple to have in your craft stash. If you don't like making them yourself, there is people out there like myself who will make them to sell. So yeah. So we've got two sizes. So like I said, I scored all this first and then I cut it up just to, so I didn't have to score lots of times. I just had to score once, and then I cut them into the lengths or the widths I wanted them to be in, which is quite good. So yeah, so if you've got any questions or if you've got any ideas what you would like me to do next year, then feel free to post them below, or even message me, and then we can see what we can do. So yeah, so the glue gun I'm using is a cool one from Hobbycraft, because I always burn myself on the hotter ones. So even though this is even though this does get quite warm, it doesn't get as hot as some. Yeah. So, and I always recommend a silicone mat if you've got one. Just makes it a little bit easier. And like I say, some of these will be used as toppers onto my Advent gifts. So there'll be 24 little gifts. I can give you a little bit of a hint. There's paper pads, there's some dies in there, some stamps. We've got bows, ribbons, all sorts of things. I mean, not all Christmas. I had a word with a couple of people and they suggested having stuff all year round. So that's what I've tried to find. So there's a few Christmas things, and then majority of it can be used at any point during the year. So for all the packaging is all Christmas themed, all up to day 24. So yeah. So that is quite exciting. Doing them. So, and it's quite exciting trying to find different ways to package things up with. So, and if it goes quite well, then I want to do it the following year as well. So I haven't worked out the price yet, only because I don't want to make myself too cheap. You know, I sell out, but I don't want to make myself too expensive, so I don't think. But I've also got to work out how much it would, you would actually be getting, if one understands what I'm trying to say. So yeah, you can put your name down if you wish to get one, or have, so when it comes to letting the release date know, I can make sure that you're aware of them coming up. I'm quite happy to do that. Like I say, I've only got a limited number, so, and then once that's gone, it's gone for this year. And if they're popular, then I'm quite happy to do them for the following year as well. So, but in between them, I'm putting together an Easter kit as well. So I'll have little bits and pieces of Easter things. So if you don't have a lot and you don't do a lot of crafting, you don't want to get loads of Easter things in, then again keep your eyes out, because I'm hoping to get that ready for mid-January and get that out in February for everybody. So yeah, so go, even though I haven't been on YouTube or much social media, I have been trying to work out bits and pieces. So yeah. So like I say, these are, you know, quite therapeutic to do. Because once you know, if you've been following me before my break, you would know that I do like to do a lot of things in a production line. I don't like making just 1 or 2 items. I will make a big batch of them, and then, you know, go from there. So yeah. So we'll do this one as one of the last ones, and then I will show you what I've done, and then I will call this video done. Otherwise it's just, you know, a bit of a boring, well, not boring, but, you know, a bit more, well, maybe what's going to come, a bit more, you know, mass production, a bit like Shabby Dabby Doodah, but towards card making and embellishments side of things rather than junk journal. Yeah. So, you know, so these are the ones with the gold snowflakes, and these are the 1.5 inch strips. So these, I will measure them up for you in a minute so I can tell you what the actual diameter is. So these were 1.5 inch strips, so these come out as 3 inches, and then these are 1 inch strips, so these come out as 2 inches. So, you know, these will be really cute onto projects as well. You know, you'll be seeing these on some of the packaging toppers and things like that. So yeah, so if you watched it to the end, thank you very much, and I will see you again very, very soon. And if you like my videos, it'd be great if you can give me a thumbs up or even like and subscribe, and we'll be back very soon with some more. Okay, bye now.